Let's take a look at some interesting facts about the Berlin Wall. After Germany's surrender in World War II, the Soviets made it pretty clear that they weren't intending on leaving East Germany, or even Eastern Europe for that matter. As Cold War tensions between the USA and the Soviet Union began to rise, the Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev gave the go-ahead to build a wall dividing the city of Berlin in half. President Kennedy was later quoted as saying, "It's better to have a wall than a war." The real reason behind the wall's construction was due to the fact that so many people were defecting from East Berlin and fleeing to the west. It's actually been estimated that over 1,800 Germans were escaping to the west every day. Citizens such as mechanics, doctors, electricians, teachers, and other various types of people were leaving, creating a phenomenon known as a brain drain. It's also been estimated that over 600 East German border guards defected from the east to the west across the Berlin Wall. When it was fully completed, the Berlin Wall stretched about 96 miles and was about 10 to 13 feet high. In fact, the Berlin Wall went up so quickly that family members that worked and went to school and lived on opposite sides of the city were cut off from one another, sometimes not seeing each other for years. The Berlin Wall was actually two walls. Known as the Death Strip, the space between the two concrete walls was filled with trenches, watchtowers, patrol dogs, floodlights, and even machine guns. Horst Klein was an East German acrobat and circus performer, and he made one of the most notable escapes from East Berlin. He used a high-tension cable that was about 60 feet above the heads of the guards to cross over the wall. He fell off the wire, but luckily he landed in West Berlin. However, his wife, who was still trapped on the east side, wrote to him and said that she could not possibly live without him. Horst Klein was one of the few people that snuck back over to the east side. Interestingly enough, he was arrested for 30 months, and his wife soon filed for a divorce, for some reason. An East German border guard named Wolfgang Engels took an armored vehicle such as the one that you see here and smashed his way through a portion of the wall. He was shot twice, but successfully made it to the west side of the city alive. To get music that was banned into the Eastern Bloc, many citizens used X-ray photos to create bootleg copies. These were commonly known as bone records. Just a few years ago, astronaut Colonel Chris Hadfield photographed the city of Berlin from the International Space Station. Although the wall had been taken down about 25 years before this photograph was taken, you can still see the city bears the scars of where the Berlin Wall once stood. There's still more facts to talk about with the Berlin Wall, but just not enough time. Perhaps another video for another day. Thank you guys so much.